What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Romeo and I'm back again. Today I got a special guest with me, my hero in the flesh. You know, sometimes you don't get to meet your heroes, but I have my hero right here with me today. Mikaela, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Just let the people know like your name. Well, you can mention your name again, your age, and what you do.
Okay, my name's Mikaela. I'm 25. I'm actually a full-time master's student. I'm doing my master's in social and psychological research, and then I work part-time as a researcher at a research consulting firm. And then I also gym every now and then, I suppose.
Okay, all right. So let's just get straight into like why we have you here, why you're my hero, why I have pictures of you in my room. You know, we'll talk about that another time. Just let the people know your fitness journey, how you started, how you got into it.
Okay, well, my whole life I was bullied about my weight. I was very overweight as a kid. I sort of, from grade 0 already, I was actually bullied. I was called a barrel in grade 0.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Kids can be mean.
Kids are horrible, especially rich kids, and I was in like quite a rich kid's school.
Jeez.
So yeah, it was harsh. Anyway, so throughout my life I like went on diets, went off diets, and then in 2019.
From like what age were you taking these diets?
Probably. So my mom actually took me to a dietitian when I was 14. And then I just didn't follow the diets at all. I hated it, and it was too like restrictive, and like I couldn't have what I wanted, and I have an eating disorder, so the diet didn't really help with that.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll get back to that at a later stage.
Okay.
So then February 2019. I joined the Transformation Challenge with Monique Lopez, and I fell in love with it.
How old were you at the time?
25, 24, 23. I was 22, turning 23.
Okay. Are you my age?
I guess so. What year were you born?
97.
I'm 96.
Damn it.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I fell in love with like seeing the changes that my body was going through, and being more comfortable in my skin, being more comfortable in what I was wearing, and yeah, that's sort of how it all started.
Okay, that's dope. You know, Mikaela, like, this is gonna sound weird, but you know, I've had my eyes on you for so long, and I've never in my life like seen some. I love to gym, I love exercise, I love staying in shape. I've always been into exercise, but I have never seen anyone so consistent in the gym like you. Like legit, in 2 years, she must have taken like 1 week off. and in that week off, she's still trained on vacation. She's there every single day, some days twice a day. We have to kick out the gym. We legit have to like just kick her out of there. So for me, that's one of the reasons why I took interest in you, because I've never seen anyone like so consistent like that. Like sheesh. And keep in mind, I work as a personal trainer. I'm in there literally every single day. It's my work. I have to be there from 5, and I have never not seen you not in the gym. You know what I mean? And you're not on your phone texting. You in there straight work.
Yeah.
So my question for you is like, how have you been able to like be so consistent? Because and guys, when I say consistent, I literally mean Monday to Saturday, and on Sunday she still comes in to do like little walks and whatnot.
No,
So,
on Sundays I rest. On Sundays
Right.
I do rest.
Okay.
So in the beginning it was really hard. Like obviously I didn't have a routine. I think it really boils down to having a routine, and because I compete, I have that goal. I think the most important thing is having a goal and working towards a goal. That keeps me consistent. It keeps me consistent with my training, it keeps me consistent with my diet. If I don't have something to work towards, it's sort of like, well, why am I doing it kind of thing. So I set like little goals for myself. Like if I'm not competing, I'll say, okay, well, I want to look good in these jeans. It's silly stuff. It doesn't have to be like this massive, huge, unattainable goal. It can be like, I want to go out in a crop top. I want to go out in shorts for the first time because I never used to wear shorts. So I set little goals for myself and work towards that.
I only see in shorts now, by the way.
Yeah, I live in shorts because for so long I didn't wear them. I mean, I used to go to university in the middle of summer in jeans and a long sleeve shirt. And I used to get so hot because like it's not what you're supposed to wear in summer. But I was so ashamed of how I looked that's what I wore. And so sort of for me, like my consistency also comes from like, it's just pure mindset and dedication, and it is what it is. Kind of, it becomes part of your routine, and it's good for my mental health. Like if I don't train, my mental health is a mess. I start every day in the gym. It starts my day with good intentions. It starts my day with good energy. And if I don't start my day in the gym, my day is really crap. Like it's really takes long. I'm tired. So I just formed a routine and I went with it.
All right, I'm just gonna stop you right there because the more you talk, the more I fall in love with my hero. So, as a personal trainer, I work with I have a lot of people that I work with, and as soon as it gets cloudy, I just know I'm gonna get a lot of cancellations. Oh, Romy, I'm not feeling well. Oh, I don't feel like coming today. I'm not in the mood. So my question to you is, how do you still manage? Because I've seen her literally, COVID at its like highest, she's still in the gym. She's still there, sick as hell. She's still in. It doesn't matter what's going on in her life. She's still in the gym. So I just want to figure out from you, on the days you don't feel like coming, what makes you still get ready and still come to the gym?
I think that's where discipline comes in. You have to stay disciplined. At the end of the day, like coming back to goals, your goal is your goal, and you also need to decide who you've set that goal for. Is it for you or is it for someone else? If you set the goal for yourself, it's more easy to stay disciplined because I want to look good for me. The only person who can do that is me. No one else can do that for me. Like, you can give your clients a program. If they don't follow it, it's their problem. Like, it's them they're screwing themselves over. And as human beings, we don't want to disappoint ourselves. That is something that I learned on this journey. Like, every time I fell off the wagon, because I do still sometimes go back and like my eating disorder does resurface, and I still stay in the gym, but my eating isn't fantastic. And it just comes down to like, I want to look good for me. I'm the only one who can do it. I'm the only one who can put in the work. Romeo can't put in the work for me. No one can go to gym for me. No one can eat right for me. I can do it for me. That is the only person who can do it. I have that power and I need to use it.
Okay. And like, how much exactly did you lose? Because it's a lot. We'll show a picture of the geez, what a transformation, man.
So when I started with Monique, I weighed 72.6. I think before that I actually probably weighed a bit more. I think
72 kgs. Jeez.
I think like
Mikaela, that's what I'm at right now.
but it's different for guys and girls. I mean 72 on me. You saw what I looked like at 72. So like I think at one stage I was closer to like about an 82-ish. Okay. Now I'm sitting around 63 kilograms.
Are you 63?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But it went from
bigger muscles than me.
It went from being fat to just being muscle mass. So at this point also, like, I've realized that I don't weigh myself because I become obsessed with this week I want to weigh this much, I want to weigh this much, and it becomes an obsession and it's not worth it. Like as a woman, your weight fluctuates overnight, literally overnight. Even for men it's like that, but for women with our hormones and everything, like one day, and this legit happened to me, one day I weighed, I think it was 60 kilograms, like a few weeks before my show. The next day I weighed 62. Literally just because I ate a little bit later that day, I was stressed, or the day before, I was stressed, like I was retaining, it was just water. The next day I was back down to a lower weight. So I'm not really too worried about the scale and yeah.
Okay, I'm so happy you said that, because a lot of, I hate to say, but particularly with women, it's about like the weight, what the scale says.
Yeah.
And like you said, your 70 versus my 70, it can really, the weight really doesn't matter so much.
No, it really doesn't. I think it's the last thing that we should look at.
The last thing you should look at.
Yeah.
Right? Geez.
For me, I gauge my progress by how I look in my clothes, by how I look in the mirror. If I've I've got cellulite all the time, it's super normal. But like if I've got more cellulite, I know, like, okay, maybe it's water, or maybe like I'm really gone off track with my diet too much. I need to start toning it down a little. But I don't weigh myself because it's really just it's not worth it for me. But I mean, going back to that, like I have cellulite. Look at what I look like, and I still have cellulite. It's so normal. Like it's normal for women, and society makes us think that like it's so, we shouldn't have cellulite, we shouldn't have stretch marks, we do. It is what it is.
Jeez, I'm proud of you though.
Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna quickly transition into like the most important question for today.
Okay.
So now we don't need to get into detail about certain things, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But how am I gonna put this?
Shoot straight. Go for it.
Let me put it like this. So one thing I noticed as a personal trainer, and this I don't want to say all the time, but in my case, in my circumstance, it's happened 100% of the time. Woman is training to get married or get in a relationship, whatever, and then the minute she gets married, the minute she gets into that relationship, she gains that relationship weight. You know what I mean? And let's just say, since I've known you for these past couple of years, you've been in a few. You know what I'm saying? Few relationships. Trial and error. You know Trial and error.
Yeah,
trial and error.
Test the waters a little.
You don't want to get it right the first time. You know what I'm saying? You got to try a few times, and then after the 20th time, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
a bit dramatic.
But one thing I must say is every single time you've been, I make it sound like it's a lot. It's not really that much.
I mean,
but
we were a few. have to lie.
So every single time you go into a relationship, I never felt like your motivation ever like dropped. You were still in the gym just as much. You didn't completely turn into a different person. I just want to ask you, was it maybe something consciously that you told yourself? How were you able to still like maintain and still be consistent despite the multiple relationships?
It's so savage.
Even if they broke up with her today, she'd still be in the gym that very same day. And I'm like, Mikaela, you need time to grieve. Like stay at home, cry a little bit, but she's still in the gym. So I'm trying to figure out how did you still manage to still stay consistent?
Well, again, it comes back to who are you doing this for? If you're doing it for yourself, then it shouldn't matter who comes and goes in your life. Like, if someone comes into your life and they add value to it, great. But my body and my journey isn't going to change because of someone else. And it shouldn't for anyone. So like you said, people train for their weddings, get ready for their weddings, and then it stops.
And it stops.
That's doing it for the wrong reasons then. If you undertake like a body transformation or any sort of fitness journey, it's a long-term thing. It's not a quick fix, and if you think of it in terms of it being a quick fix, you're just going to go back again and back and back and back. It is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle change. And for me, like, I've had privilege of being with people in the industry. So they understand, like, this is my lifestyle.
If you don't have a six-pack and a chest out there, you have no chance with
That's, I
Mikaela.
mean-
Let me just let you guys know now. If your chest is not out here and you don't have 8-pack, not 6, an 8-pack, it's not gonna work out.
No, that's not entirely true.
Okay.
That's not true.
Right. Okay.
That's not true. It's just like, for me, I stay consistent because my goals, again, are mine. And I do this for me. I don't do it for anyone else. So I suppose like relationship weights, it's hard. We all, I do. And when I don't have a competition, for example, I do gain weights. And I suppose if I'm seeing someone far away from competition season, then I will gain weight because it's super normal. You become comfortable with someone. But again, like, are you trying to look good for you or for someone else? Because if you're looking good for you, then you shouldn't technically be gaining relationship weights, or it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, I just want to be clear that I'm not saying that someone should look a particular way or your weight should be at like a certain point. You know, we're all different shapes and sizes and whatnot. But it's one thing to like work so hard to try to lose weight or look great, and then the minute you get into a relationship or marriage or whatever, 3 months later you look like a completely different person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to say that you need to be a particular weight, or just because you gain like a little, like 2 kgs, it's like, oh my god, you need to now like change your whole life type of thing. So
I suppose it just also comes down to like sustainability and stuff. If you can sustain your lifestyle, then you won't pick up relationship weights. Like, for example, if you're dieting the strict diet to get to a certain point, and you reach that point, then why would you carry on with the diet? Because now I've reached my point. Then you regress and you go back to that strict diet. Whereas if you follow like a sustainable lifestyle, you'll get to that point and you'll maintain that point. People, and I did it myself, I worked my butt off to get to this idea for myself that I had. Got to that point and I was like, cool, so what now? What do I do now? Like, I don't know, I'm happy and I'm getting all these compliments, but now what? And then I gained so much weight because everyone was complimenting me on my body, and I was like, okay, cool. And we all use food to celebrate. It's how we are as humans. Think about it, like a birthday party, what is there? Food. Like a wedding, what is there? Food. Food is just so normal to use to celebrate. So you celebrate your victory, even if you worked your butt off to get to this point that you're celebrating, and you use food to celebrate it, which is wrong. But I suppose we all do it. So I don't want to say it's wrong because I do it myself.
So I just want you to just you said you're like 60 something, right? 60,
yeah, 63, 64-ish.
Just let the people know how many times you eat in a day. Because again, with the whole food thing, I have a few people that I train. They're trying to reach a certain goal. So people in their minds, they think losing weight, don't eat.
Oh, that's the worst idea ever.
That's what they think. They think don't eat. Eat maybe once a day, and if they eat like a small pea or this size, and she feels like. So I just want you to let the people know how much you eat, how big are your portions, and all of that.
So starving yourself is literally the worst way to lose weight ever. It is just a terrible idea.
Now, don't get me wrong, you will lose the weight, right? You can literally lose a lot of weight in literally 2 weeks, but it's not exactly the best thing for you.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You're going to get to that point, you're going to be starving, you're going to have lost I don't know, let's say 5 kilograms, fantastic. But now you starved yourself. The only way for your body to get back, to get healthy, is to eat. So what do? You shove your face with everything that there is, and then you put that weight back on again.
If anything, even more.
Exactly. So that starving and binging and starving and binging is incredibly dangerous. I've been there. That's literally what my eating disorder is.
So let them know how
okay,
much you
at
eat.
this point, I eat 5 meals a day. Closer to my show, I'll start eating 6 meals a day.
See what I'm saying, yo?
And
See what I'm saying? This is 6 times a day of eating.
Yeah, and I eat a lot of food, like a lot of food. So much so that I sit and I'll like cry because I don't know how I'm gonna finish all my food. It's a lot, like, yeah, and I suppose I am like hungry, but I'm competing as well, so it's different.
So just like on average, just give us like a breakdown of like what you'll have throughout the day, like those 5 meals, like what do they consist of?
Okay, so at the moment...
Particularly when you're like cutting down.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm eating now because I'm
Yeah.
on like I'm 5 weeks out of Arnold. So I started my cutting diet yesterday.
Yeah.
I have oats, peanut butter and whey protein for breakfast.
Now, is this before you work out or after?
After. Yeah, I train fasted.
Okay.
A lot of people say it's not a great idea, but it's always worked for me, and yeah, it is what it is. I don't have time to train later in the day. Not at the moment in any case because I just started a job. So I can't do a weight training session in the afternoon, and I don't like training like, so I finish work at 4:30, don't like training at 5 because the gym is so busy, like you can't get to what you want to do. Okay, but anyways, we digress. So I'll have...
She has a session at like 12 p.m. That's why she has her... she didn't sleep. So she had to fit in a second session. But anyway, that's talk about that another time.
Yeah. So oats, peanut butter, whey protein in the morning, and all of my stuff is weighed out like to the gram.
Now, how do you... Okay, I'm sorry to just cut. So how do you like feel? Because I'm like completely different. Like I would rather skip my training session if I don't eat. Like I literally feel lightheaded. So I don't know for you, how do you feel when you do eat before you train? Because a lot of people say that they feel nauseous or whatnot if they eat before. They don't have the appetite. So for you, how do you normally feel if you ever do?
So in my last prep, I was actually training in the afternoon. I was doing my weight sessions in the afternoon because I wasn't working. So I'd come to gym at like 3:30 and do a weight session then. And it was really nice because I'd had 3 meals by that time. So my body was obviously fueled and it was doing like, I was much stronger, much stronger. But it's just, it depends on your lifestyle. Like for some people that's not, you can't do that. You can't train at 3:30 in the afternoon. You can't train at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you just make do with what you've got.
Have you eaten before you've trained before?
Yeah, so like
and how do you feel?
Incredibly strong, but I eat like...
So you do feel like a difference from when you eat versus when you don't eat?
Yeah, it's quite a big difference, but also like it depends on... So I won't eat too close to my training session because then I would 100% get nauseous.
Okay.
But also my body's adapted to training in the mornings.
Okay.
So, I mean, I am still quite strong in the mornings as well.
Mornings what time?
5 o'clock.
Yeah. I just wanted you guys, I just wanted you to hear how crazy she is about this.
Yeah. Okay, so breakfast, you know now. Then I'll eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. Okay. Then at 10:30, I eat a snack, which is, I'm trying to think because my diet literally changed yesterday. A rice cake.
Just on average, rice cake.
Rice cake, peanut butter, and then veggies. So like carrots and cucumber, celery, whatever veggies I want, like non-starchy veggies. Then for lunch, I can either have like this massive salad. It's so much, like it's a lot of salad. Or I can have chicken, avo, pumpkin.
Sorry, what time is this?
Oh, 1 o'clock. Sorry, I eat every 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Then at 3:30, I'll have another snack, which is biltong and whey protein. And then for dinner, I have mince, rice, veggies, and then like a sauce. So I can have any sauce. I don't know if you know like Ina Palman's.
No.
Ina Palman's makes these really nice sauces. And yeah. So I have that.
That's one. Oh,
that's my dinner.
Okay. Okay, so all these meals that you mentioned, you might have them at like different times or whatnot. You might not exactly
Yeah.
have it at.
No, I try and keep it quite consistent. Otherwise, I
Okay.
get like, I get really hangry. So my body tells me like it's now time to eat.
Okay.
And if say now I'm going to a function or whatever,
Okay.
I prepare my food in advance and I'll take
Okay.
it with me.
Okay.
Like I don't really have an issue with going to
Mhm.
a braai with my little lock and all my food packed and prepped
Mhm.
because it's my goals and it's just what it is. So I take my stuff with me.
All right. Man, that's a lot, hey? Sheesh. Anyway, what's this? All this food talk has got me thinking about food right now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take a little break. We'll be back with you guys in a sec.